Virgo, welcome to Black Star Tarot. This is your monthly numerology reading. So let's see what numbers, Virgo, will be stalking you this month. Oh, we got one. All right, we got zero. Zero has been really out here today. All right, so let's see what your zero say. We didn't get the zero. We got a different zero, another one. So let's see what we got. 0, 0. So it says, angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen and think about everything that is happening. Trust your intuition and follow your guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. I am observant. So it's something that you need to pay attention to this month. Like, expect messages from source, okay? Because zeros are all about divine source. It also speaks of infinite potential, okay? So, you know, if you're looking for any type of opportunity this month, Virgo, in any area of your life, make sure you're paying attention, okay? And when I say pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the internet, pay attention to check your messages, like check your voicemail, whatever, right? There is a need for you to pay attention, okay, to be in the present moment as well, okay, because there's potential for you, okay? There's also protection, okay? So if you're going through anything this month, zeros represent protection from the universe, protection from your spirit guides, but there may be something hidden from you this month. So just make sure that you're paying attention, okay? Because there's something here that may be waiting for you or waiting to unfold in some way this month, okay? There's a strong connection here to your intuition and to the universe. So again, make sure, you know, you're paying attention. And that, you know, normally because we got zeros, we don't have any other numbers, right? All we have here to focus on in this reading, right, is them zeros. Like, say other cards had like 12 or 44, which gave me an 8, but I have nowhere to go, Virgo, in your reading right now. The only thing I can really focus on are these zeros. So again, that is, you know, a strong energy for you to pay attention to something this month. You may, you know, even, and this could be something, nothing big, but like I said, if you're waiting for something, you don't want to miss it. So if you're waiting for a call for a job, make sure you call back that number on your phone that you may not recognize, okay? Make sure you check your voicemail and things like that, because, you know, you have something trying to start over here, all right? So this is definitely a cycle where something may have ended and then you have a new beginning. But I almost feel like, you know, it's gonna come in kind of quick. Yeah, and almost like you might miss it. So whatever this is, pay attention. Let's see if we can find out what this is. I saw this ended. All right, so some of you could have, we have death. So, and we have these zeros. Both of these represent cycles, all right? And, you know, some type of ending, some type of cycles ending. And I just literally just said that. And then the death card, you know, pops out on the table. So strong Scorpio energy, if this is a relationship of any kind, you know, it could involve a Scorpio, but it doesn't matter, okay? This is basically saying that all things will pass, must pass, and is passing, okay? And this is in your past. So I almost feel like this, whatever this change was, whatever this loss was, it was in the past. But this is the renewal. Both of these cards represent renewal, by the way, because death is an ending, but it also represents renewal. So, you know, we good there. Let me see. 10, I lost card 13, which is 4, right? So some of you could have lost a job because 4s represent what, you know, our foundations, our safety, you know, our security. So for some of you, this loss could have been your job, you know. For some of you, you know, for somebody, freedom could have been someone's freedom. But I just feel like, honestly, this has to do with your structure, okay? Some of you could be trying to rebuild yourself right now, or, you know, you could be thinking about building something long term. Some of you could have left an organization, right? But this definitely has to do with the stability. And remember that stability is more important than speed, okay? So take your time. You got 2 cards. Yeah, look, King of Pentacles, Virgo, hello, right? And you have the 5 of Cups. All right, so you kind of sitting in your energy right now, right? A lot of you could be sitting at home. You could be waiting around for, you know, something. Maybe somebody owe you money because the King of Pentacles is here. You know, so somebody may owe you something. But I feel like a lot of you could, maybe, like I said, changing your job, right? Like, this is just the cards repeating itself. Changing your job, changing security, changing your money, you know, in some way, shape, and form. And then you have this 5 of Cups. Okay, so a lot of you may be feeling, you know, I don't know, maybe you may not be feeling this change right now, okay? You know, particularly if it has to do with your finances, but, you know, I'm going to pull another card, like, because I don't want to leave this, you know, the way that it is, because I can clearly see for some of you there's been a change in your money, in your stability, in your foundations, somehow, okay? For some of you with the 5, the number 5, it could have been abrupt. All right. However, I feel like whenever the universe comes in and kicks you out of a particular position in life, I feel like it's to help you, like it's to free you from something, because, you know, any type of change is going to ultimately lead to freedom if you do it right. Okay. So some of you could have had a sudden shift this month, some type of transformation. But I feel like you're breaking out of that limitation right now. And like I said, remember, freedom is necessary for growth, okay? So definitely you have some type of turning point approaching. A lot of you expect the unexpected. So if you, and this could be, you know, like I said, pay it first. I don't know why I keep feeling like check your phone. Check your bank account. Go online and check your money. I don't know. It's something you need to pay attention to here, okay? Or, you know, maybe all of it. Let me get something else. Let me get another card. You're my last Virgo on the list, so I can spend a little more time with you, okay? Yeah, so there's a communication, dudes, ladies, gentlemen. Make sure that you're there's online. Check communication. The King of Swords, you know, he talks about, the King and the Queen, they're all about you know, communication. Okay, for some of you, there could be legal matters, but, you know, I need a little more than the King of Swords to really say that. But I just feel like, but it could be, you know, I mean, it may be, right? I don't know. Some of you could be suing your job because, I mean, he does represent law. All right, and I feel like if you're suing someone here that particularly has to do with losing your job, okay, because you have this and you have this sadness. Some of you could have lost your job. You know, some of you should seek legal action. You know, Spirit is saying, like, just don't sit back and take that shit, because, you know, it could have been, I don't know why it was. It doesn't matter. But the King of Swords can be bitter. So some of you could be bitter about it. Somebody could be trying to be slick at your job, okay, because the King of Swords is very clever, right? He's very smart. Okay, but the positive side for you is, you know, the King of Swords also represents, you know, being independent, being energetic, like taking control and authority over a situation. So a lot of you right now, your perception is everything. When the King of Swords comes up, your perception is everything. If you sit back and if you're mad about your situation or whatever it is that may have been, you know, dishonest, okay, you know, then you're gonna mess it all up, okay? Because whatever this is that happened to you, it happened for a reason, right? Because death is a major arcana. Major arcana, that's the universe that did that, right? So if you lost your job, the universe did it, and they did it for a reason, and they did it to reset you, okay, Virgo. So sue their ass, right? I think I'm just gonna, let me write that down. Sue they ass. Sue their ass. That's all I'm saying, because, you know, I don't know. That may not be for everybody. But I can tell you, the King of Swords is not gonna let nobody get away with this. He's too smart. He's too clever. Like, he knows the in and outs. Okay, so, you know, no one's getting past this king. All right. So again, information's coming in. Check your email. Like I said, I'm not even pulling my cards. Let me stop. You know, and I said that because this is, he represents information communication. Okay, so a lot of you, if you're looking for a job, you know, check your email. For others of you, if you've been, you know, if you've been wrong, you're about to make it right. Okay, Let me see. I said I wasn't gonna pull another card, but I know probably should. All right, so we have the Wands here. So okay, so again, like I said before, you know what I'm saying, you know, the Seven of Wands represents like challenges, okay? But it also represents you standing your ground, so you get your money back, right? So, you know, not the best card, but it's great in this reading because this is what you're doing right now, right? You ain't taking this line down at the end of the day, right? You ain't playing with their asses. I tell you that, you're not playing. So yes, you're going through some challenges right now, okay? I get it, but you're standing your ground. You know what I'm saying? You're defending yourself. You know, some of you with a lawyer, right? With a lawyer this month, wherever, last month, this month, because the change happened in the past. So some of you have already gone through this, but you're fighting back. You're not taking this line down. Oh, that's so Virgo. That's Virgo energy right there. Like I said, get them, yo. And I'm not, you know, I'm just saying, you know, like, why would you not, right? The King of Swords don't play that. So, you know, yes, I get it. So this is what you in right now, and it's okay. Because soon, right, when I do your money reading, we're going to see them dollars rolling in. And here's my thing, Virgo. I want my money. You understand? Because I'm the first one to tell you this, even though you know you're going through it already. It doesn't matter. But here, I'm supporting you. I'm your cheerleader back here. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get away with this. Look who you got on the bottom of the deck. There's 2 7s here. You know, and 7s are all about source, right? I mean, if source is all over these 7s, okay? This is all about, you know, spirit, right? Spiritual lessons and divine guidance. So trust your inner knowing over your appearances right now. Virgo, you may be broke. You may be jobless, right? Things may be tight. But guess what? This is going to work out for you, guys. This is going to work out for you. So they yes. All right, y'all, I'm out.